Artists are labeled as free, loosy-goosy, unstructured, all kinds of words that are rarely used to describe scientists. And yet, both use similar tools for their research. Hi, my name is Carrie, and here on Artist Strong, I help artists like you refine your skill and develop your unique artist voice. Today, let's talk about the shared strategies used by artists and scientists to inform their research. How can you use scientific research strategies to help you create better art? For some reason, someone has pitted the arts and sciences against each other. Everyone seems to forget people like Leonardo da Vinci, who did both. Let's ask ourselves some shared questions today about our artist practice, as well as look at the similarities shared between artists and scientists. First off, both conduct research. Artists explore ideas, stories, techniques, color, theories from all disciplines. It's often an interdisciplinary experience where artists not only research techniques, but also conduct investigations to better understand the topics and themes exhibited in their art. This kind of research is what led to the birth of different art movements across history. Do you give yourself permission to research? What does your research look like? Scientists use something called the scientific method for their research. I still remember this being drilled into my head during middle school science classes. The scientific method is as follows: purpose or question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data and analysis, and then conclusion, and repeat. In many ways, this reflects creative process. The scientific method is a process by which scientists can try to understand the world we live in, just as artists aim to do with our canvas and paint. Scientists start with a question. So do artists. We wonder about technique-based choices, get inspired by image references, and wonder, what can we create from them? What is a question you have for your art today? Once we have the idea or question percolating in our mind, the research begins. We look for the image references, we read philosophy, psychology, video logs, blogs, and stories of personal experience, not to mention researching techniques to help guide our creation. Once we have the question and resources ready, it's time to create a hypothesis, a believed outcome from learning all that we did from our research. As an artist, we do small thumbnail sketches or smaller paintings to hypothesize what our finished artwork may look like. Some of us have specific images in our mind of what our art should look like. What does your hypothesis look like for new artworks that you are about to create? This is where experimentation comes into the picture. It's an opportunity to test out different ideas, making use of different variables to help us find the answer to our question. This is us artists making our art. Scientists break down variables into small, measurable details that are observed in usually a controlled environment to help specifically address causal or corollary events. We make a lot of art. As we continue to create and grow a body of art, this is where data and analysis come into play. We look at our art and ask ourselves, is it finished? We look at composition, value, color, and seek to refine the work. We also begin to think about what we would do the next time around. And that is the conclusion in scientific research. Do you give yourself time in your process to step away from your artwork and actually reflect on its progress? Scientists are asked to observe any possible biases or influence that could have impacted their experiment results, and then also make suggestions about how to improve or refine the experiment for next time. When we finish a group of artworks, we reflect and share the story of these works. We ask ourselves, what could we do better? What did we learn? And where should we go from here? And then the process begins all over again, because as we all know, creative process is anything but linear. I picked this topic today because it's part of what my program, The Circle, is all about, not to mention all of the free resources that I create here on Artist Strong. I want you to understand and work with your creative process. It is a system, just like science has a system and method. The difference is it's unique to you and your art. The more that you understand this process, the more consciously you can build your skill and refine your unique artist voice. It's time to be creatively courageous. Did one of my questions today get you thinking about your art? I'd really love to know more about it. Please share your ideas and tell me a bit about your artist method in the comments below. All this month, doors are open for my mastermind program called The Circle. If you want or miss the community experience of being part of an artist collaborative group, The Circle is 6 months of community and accountability. We work on building your voice, your portfolio, as well as building promotional strategies for your art. My free challenge in October, called Be Creatively Courageous, is a small taste of what this program can be like. If you enjoyed the accountability and community that you experienced from working all month long in the Facebook group, imagine Be Creatively Courageous magnified. The Circle includes video workshops on everything from finding your voice, organizing your art in an inventory, to understanding how to write about your art. I also offer monthly Q&As where you get feedback on your art, much like my November free Q&As on the Facebook page Becoming Artist Strong. If you want to take advantage of the early bird pricing that's available for this month of November, visit artiststrong.com/the-circle. I've linked it below this video as well. Watching this video after the circle is closed, be sure to use that link to sign up for the waiting list if you're interested, and you'll be the first notified when it opens again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.